able to respond to shut up.
It is cursing. It's not shut up. It's shut the fuck up.
There you go.
Yeah, I guess like I heard that like cursing in French is like wiping your ass with soap.
I don't know. It's my language. You lot are weird with.
Thank you, John. We're on now.
And,
We are indeed.
And I can hear myself as well, so like the audience can hear all of us as we talk
Yes,
about swearing in
Jamie,
French.
guillotines. Let's behead the motherfuckers.
And now we'll rely on Jamie to confirm what should be the case, that everybody should be audible. Yes? Or no, wait, Jonathan already said he can hear himself. So, we're good.
Yes, pay attention to the co-host of your show.
No. I pay attention to the
Fair
audience. Enough. The audience is what
fair
brings
enough.
In the big money.
True. I mean, like, we just randomly show up, but the audience...
Or one of them...
Yep. So, how's everybody doing? How you doing, Julie?
Fantastic. Well, I'm tired because I did a bunch of stuff today, but I'm not tired because of depression, you know? I'm tired because I moved my body, so it's normal to be tired. Yay!
That is to say, you're tired because you did stuff rather than because you couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
There you go. And Tom, how you doing, Tom?
Oh, normal. I got a bad night's sleep like I usually do, and I feel tired like I usually do because I won't say it because it's too early. But
we're now all thinking of it.
You're all thinking it. So there you go. And I'm gonna see if you put it up on the screen, John.
Oh, I already did.
Oh, okay. Well, cool.
And took it off and put it back on. Took it off. I blinked it, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
And Jonathan.
Fuck you. And no, not you, Jonathan.
not this time. No. I will go with like, hey, Jonathan, fuck you. Yeah, that's just me.
Okay, just assume unless I say somebody's name or unless it's obvious from the context, assume I mean all of you.
I basically just like rolled out of bed. So yeah, I'm here, I'm awake, and had plenty of sleep because like I'm lucky that like when I woke up, opened my eyes, look at my clock, 5:30 a.m. Oh, that's natural because that's when my alarm goes off during the weekday. But then I closed my eyes and fell back asleep until my phone alarm got off, and then I snoozed that, then went back to sleep. And so I'm able to go back to sleep easily after being wake up. So I'm lucky in that regard.
Okay, you're off the podcast. We're gonna mute you and ignore you forever.
Fair enough.
Yeah, fuck you.
That should have, fuck you, Jonathan, just so that you know.
I mean, it's totally appropriate to say "fuck you, Jonathan." I mean, the entire each future like social justice alchemy can just start with like a "fuck you, Jonathan" instead of like it's another week. And remember, the work week is a fiction. Monday, doubly so. You can get rid of them if you really want to.
Jonathan does your work, John. Aren't you ashamed?
No.
Of course you're not. You're a wonker.
like a total capitalist, he's totally happy for someone else to do his work for him for free.
Yeah. I am the petty bourgeoisie.
Petit.
Yeah. You got a French person in the room.
French. A lot of people write it, spell it P-E-T-T-Y. Yeah,
I mean, it works.
Bourgeoisie. As much as I like that, it's petit, P-E-T-I-T.
Yes.
It means small.
Petite bourgeoisie. Yeah. Tiny little.
And it should be petite, shouldn't it? La bourgeoisie, or is it la bourgeoisie?
Petite with the E at the end. Yeah. But no one uses it, so. And I'm not going to correct every single non-French speaking person, especially if they actually spelled bourgeoisie correctly. It's
Oh, okay.
it's an exploit in itself, and how are you supposed to know it's female? Female.
Well, it's right there in the it's the z. It's so obviously feminine. I mean, the word is practically a vagina.
I'm trying to because there's always exceptions in French, always. So I'm trying to find which words that end in ie and are masculine. So far, I haven't found one, but
Oh, they're
I'm going.
certainly out there.
Yeah,
French
there's
is
always.
a horrific mutt with Latin vocabulary and German grammar.
No, the grammar is way simpler than in German.
Yeah, I know.
We don't have cases and weird stuff.
Yeah, you don't decline your nouns, but it's still
Yes,
pretty.
and you have an academy, a whole academy dedicated to keeping your language exactly right.
Oh yeah, that bunch of wonkers. You know, they
Wonkers?
until
It's
the
French for wanker.
Okay, wondered. Continue.
until until the 18th century, we accorded nouns with the rule of proximity. So, if there was, for example, I don't know, the sky and the clouds are pretty. Well, if one of the words is feminine and the other is masculine, the adjective is accorded with the nouns that is the closest to the adjective.
Le
Does it make
ciel et
sense?
les nuages sont belles.
No.
I don't remember the word for
Le
cloud.
ciel et les nuages sont beaux.
There we go.
Well, in that case, they're both masculine, but anyways.
Les hommes et les femmes sont belles.
Okay, that's the rule of proximity. Femmes are the closest to belle. But if it was les femmes et les hommes,
it would be
it
beau.
would be sont beaux. Okay?
Yeah, but like women are ever going to come first? Come on.
That was the rule until the 18th century when the fucking academy decided that the masculine won. And
always.
Because the masculine is the noble and blah blah blah. Okay, so now if
wait.
Group,
there's an actual attempted justification, or is that just an?
Oh yeah, the guy wrote about it at length.
I never learned about that in French class. Good Lord.
Oh, I never learned about that in French class either, because that would be proof that our language is indeed very sexist. Because since I've been in kindergarten, whatever you understand.
Yes.
I have been told that the masculine wins. The masculine wins. And,
no one can defeat the penis.
It creates, hierarchies. So yeah, that's pretty recent. That rule. So it means that if there are 99 women and one man in a group, we have to accord the stuff masculine.
Because the one man rules them all.
Yeah, so that's
Makes
my
sense
language.
to me. I don't see what the problem is.
Yeah, of course you don't. Shut up, Tom.
Yeah. Well, I'm setting up the ending when I get told what to do.
Anyways, Kitty.
Yep, she keeps on being adorable and visible to the camera, so I have to keep showing her.
Nope, twice.
Normally by now she would have settled down on my lap and become invisible.
You put on some weight, John.
Yeah, 14 pounds of cat.
Or is it the beard?
It's probably the beard. I haven't trimmed it in a long time. I'm letting
Yeah,
it
it shows.
grow out.
So anyways, my language is fucked.
Mm-hmm.
But at least the Academy keeps you from such horrible things as using the word "les weekend."
Low weekend.
We still use it, you know.
Lowy.
Fuck the Academy.
No. You can't. You can't because the Academy said.
What we are doing these days that's horrifying the Academy is we're trying to invent gender neutral pronouns because it doesn't exist in French.
Listen, I listen to Quantum Muff, a feminist French podcast, and I know that mansplaining has made it into French, so I don't think the Academy can do shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't saying that they were doing that they were successful at it.
No, they're not.
Well, I said that, but I didn't mean it. They're obviously not successful at keeping out loan words.
They still haven't understood that language is
Live.
yeah, and it's not prescriptive; it's descriptive. Words are
Anarchism, or language, is the ultimate in anarchist expression.
yeah.
There is no way to control it.
So we're trying to invent gender neutral pronouns, and the old people at the Academy are utterly losing their shit over it. It's very funny. Not only them, a lot of notable transphobes and bigots, TV
The usual
bigots
suspects.
and stuff.
The normal sorts of folks.
Yeah. So we have found a good compromise between il and elle, and these days the consensus is to use el, I-E-L
Oh, yeah. Oh, I see.
as a gender neutral pronoun. It works pretty good.
And how do you do the adjectives and so on?
A point and a e. We don't accord and we accord, if that makes sense. With a separated with a point or the symbol that's on the same key as the 6. I don't know the name.
Oh, carat. C-A-R-A-T. That's a carat symbol.
So we either I'm going to write in the live chat so I'm going to write a word like.
So use a circumflex.
Carré means square. So the masculine is without the e at the end, and the feminine is there's 2 e for the feminine. So
fun with French languages.
yeah, but it's interesting because it's people are actively trying to change the language to make it gender neutral, and that's an important thing, I think.
Yes, I say.
Yeah,
yes, I agree.
And there's no reason to think of a desk as being masculine or feminine.
Yeah, and it's completely random too, so there's no logic to it.
Same in Germany.
So I wrote it in the live chat, so there's 2.
Gotcha. So either way, there's 2 e's. It's either separated by dot or a.
Yeah, gotcha. So there's the 2 accords, the masculine and the feminine. So it makes it kind of gender neutral.
Bigender. Non-binary.
Yes, it's an
Okay.
acute accent.
So that's what's happening in France. While here in this country, some states are banning abortion.
Yes.
They're not trying to ban abortion. They're trying to revoke Roe versus Wade.
Yes.
Yeah, that's accurate. There's now 5 states: Missouri, Ohio, Kentucky, Alabama, and Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia.
All the degenerate states. Yay!
Yes, Ohio's kind of scary because that's a swing state, but it has a Republican-controlled state in the House, so that's how it always happens with those people in party in power. And was it Ohio that has the worst one? No, wait, it was Georgia that has even if you miss with the way that the laws are written right now.
If you miscarry, you could be charged. If you go across state lines to try to get an abortion, you'll be charged when you come back. And on and on and on. Georgia is the worst.
Yeah, and I don't think the House. Remember, there's some time before these bills get signed into law, and there's some time before the laws go into effect. And also the ACLU and Planned Parenthood are going to take these things to court, which kind of was the plan all along for the people that are making these bills, proposing these bills, because they hope that the Republican-controlled stacked courts are going to actually rule in favor of these Republican politicians. So yeah.
Well, the thing is, if they reverse Roe v. Wade, I'll get back to you. I'll come in again. If they reverse Roe v. Wade and leave the situation as the status quo ante, it would be back up to the states to decide. But the thing is, I think the anti-abortion folks want to have the court go further and nationally say that you
ban
can't get an abortion. Thank you. I knew there was a word. God, there's a word.
I don't think Roberts would go along with that. And the sad thing is that far right-wing douche canoe John Roberts is now the swing vote in the Senate or the Supreme Court.
Yeah, that is a surprising and disgusting eventuality.
On a lighter note, have you seen the shittest takes that these bans on abortions have produced on the internet?
I think I've heard of some of them.
Oh God,
they're all over the place.
Did they even take biology in 6th grade? I mean,
no, because sex ed is of the devil, and that's why they don't know anything. These fuckers.
Little, you'd be surprised how in America there'll be a guy who's well into his he's in his 30s, he's an adult and does all these things, but yet will sincerely put this forth as something that they just learned about. You know that semen creates babies, right? Or sperms create babies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yet the guys are we're waiting for the punchline. We're waiting for the punchline. There's no punchline. Wait a minute, did you just learn this? And Catholic school. Yeah, so there's...
Oh, Catholic school. Okay.
Well, no, not just Catholic school. I mean, fucking Christians have been opposing sex education and learning biology for centuries now.
Your country is weird with the religion, I have to say.
Yeah.
It's creepy.
Mm-hmm. And yet we have the separation of church and state, which
no,
that's
you don't.
Yeah, exactly. All of our
we do. That's how a secular state works. You don't.
Right. All of our politicians
you're supposed to have it, but you don't.
We absolutely do not.
It seems, if I remember correctly, it seems like at least in like the country as a whole or the society, UK is a more of a secular country, yet they actually have an official like religion. Am I correct?
Yeah, a number of
Yeah,
the
but
European
they're
countries
pretty.
have.
Yeah, they're pretty secular. They don't give
Yeah.
much of a shit about the state religion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure the queen, who is the head of their religion, doesn't give a shit either.
She's got a shit ton of money. Why would she have to care?
Yeah.
She's more worried about like all of the peasants revolting.
Well, I'm sure she considers the peasants revolting, but I don't know that.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
Tom is funny tonight.
Nah, he's just ripping off what's his name, Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks.
Oh,
Yeah.
The History of the World, Part 1.
I'm
Oh,
so
yes, that one.
disappointed. There's just the first part. I wish.
the only Mel
there was
Brooks
some-
movie I saw was Spaceballs.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's the first real movie I saw in the cinema at the theater.
Okay, I'm gonna have to make
I'm
an
not sure I saw
old
that.
tag for you too.
Before
Oh no,
that,
no, no,
I
no!
had
If you
watched
do that,
only.
you're going to have to do something else for me. You're going to have to do Tom McDonald, Tom McDancient or something. Tom
What the fuck are you
McDecrepit.
on about?
Sure, Goshen is going to make a special tag for you, Lito.
Gonna make you old and Tom ancient. There we go.
Can you make me decrepit? I want to be as
I'm not
descriptive
old. I'm
as
40 years old, you asshole.
Yeah, but this is a fun game. Let us have a little fun.
We just talked about like abortion bills passing in the 5 states, and so we need a little fun. So sorry, it's at your
I'm
expense.
lying. I'm old. I'm getting some mustache. It's awful. Fuck my Italian jeans.
Yeah, but you're French, so it's all right. I don't know that that's a big problem for French
Oh,
people.
yes,
Is it?
it is.
Oh, really? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry then.
I don't want to wax it, so I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I will need to deal with that horror.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do what I do to make pretend that I'm not a Neanderthal and just shave that little bit of hair you don't like.
There we go. You'll see it in about 20 seconds.
Yeah, I'm watching it. I'm looking for it. Where is it? Come on. Is it there yet? Is it there yet? Is it there?
No idea.
No, it's not here yet.
Oh,
I
okay,
don't see it, so
I feel so special now.
that was a very nice misdirection.
Yeah.
why? What's a tween?
A
Somewhere
12-year-old,
between the
basically.
ages, like, yeah. It's between teenager and pre-tween, essentially. It's a marketing term.
Mm-hmm. Basically, just as puberty's starting.
Middle
Okay.
schoolers.
Does it mean you're a kid?
Yes,
Yep,
yes,
11
I'm
and
young.
12 years old.
Oh, but you're the youngest. That's why.
Yep,
Mhm.
I'm 34.
Well, fuck you.
Yes, yes. Fuck me. I have the flashlights and all.
No, actually, thank you, but sorry, I was. My mind was going way too many places that I probably shouldn't say.
Oh, poor Tom. That's one of those days, huh?
Well, he
It's
didn't
one of
get a good
those
sleep last
years.
night.
It's one of those lives.
You need a new life?
Got one?
Semitone kind of
Oh,
life?
you're gonna say I should play video games so I get several and I can earn new ones.
That's an
It's like-
old-fashioned kind of thing. They don't do lives anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, because I think of lives more like what you earn with pinball. When you get a good score, you get another play. I'm old. Did I mention? No, I'm not. I'm not old.
It was already on the screen a little bit a while
You're
ago.
decrepit.
Yeah, decrepit. I'll use the old word for when I'm at the point of being going.
So you're a boomer. I'm a ex-gener, and the two boys are. Are you both millennials?
I
Well,
think I am on the
Jonathan,
cusp.
yes.
It's
And
so
Jonathan's definitely a millennial.
so yeah, so it's kind of like if you're born before 79, like December 31st, 11/59, 79, then you're Gen X. But
no,
after
80, 80.
yeah, after 1980, you're a millennial. And yet there are
Mhm.
some people that, like, because they're born between 1980 and 1985, they don't want to identify with the younger millennials, and so they want to identify more with the Gen Xers or somewhere in between. So
Why
they're
would you want to?
ex-millennial.
Why would you
It's
want to identify with the ex-geners?
My son
because
is a Gen Xer. Hey, come on, let's be.
Because
And
Gen
so
X
is
got
Julie.
grunge,
So.
millennials get Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, we got AIDS too. So
Mm.
So
everyone has AIDS.
oh god,
I'm sorry, my mind went there
what
immediately
the fuck
from.
just happened?
I quoted
Jonathan
a
is
song
telling us
from.
something, I think.
I quoted a song from like Team America World Police. So it's from Trey Parker and Matt Stone, the assholes, but I still enjoy that movie. It's a movie where puppets are fucking.
Yep.
Oh,
The
nice.
puppets are imperialist assholes /
Yes,
James
yes,
Bond
yes.
types.
Yes.
Okay, I wanted to say something, but I forgot. So
I'm very sorry.
Probably about
no,
Gen
it
X?
wasn't very important.
All
I
right.
think. No, yeah, I mean Gen X, we are a cynical bunch.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you lived through the 80s and remember them, then you would be. They were a pretty shit
Yeah,
decade. So
I
were the
was
90s.
young in the 80s, but I remember it. I
So do
remember the shoulder pads.
I.
I will never forget the shoulder pads.
I remember mullets and rat tails and Die Hard 2 coming out in theater.
See, in the 80s, I was married, then I got divorced. Then I went to school for archaeology for 2 years for grad school. Then I went to
What were you
college.
in 80, Tom?
What's that?
How
How
old
old?
were you in the
As old as
1980?
Jonathan.
Oh, wait, I got to do math.
I was informed that there wasn't going to be any math involved.
I was in my 30s and
Yeah, I was born in 1979, and you're 30 years older than me.
The math works out.
So I don't know why
31 because
as
I
I
was
already
born in
knew.
48.
Anyway, sorry to I cut you off.
In any event,
Yeah,
we just learned that Tom is Indiana Jones.
No, because he actually finished his university course in archaeology.
Yeah, I don't
I
think Indiana
had
Jones has depression either.
well,
Oh,
I
he's
was
compensating for something.
well, sure. Oh yeah, I was
wait,
compensating
Tom
for
or Indiana?
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I was when I was in grad school for archaeology. I drank all the rest of the beer that I had to drink. You may not have known that, but there's a hard limit in the number of uh, uh, gallons of beer that you can drink in your life of alcohol of any kind. And I hit that, and I didn't realize that there was such a thing till I hit it. So I had to, so I wasn't able to do any more drinking. So you can't be in archaeology if you're not drinking.
Makes sense. Checks out.
Makes sense.
So then I went into alcohol and drug abuse treatment grad school, and the rest is history.
And now you're with us today. And I'm grateful that you're with us today.
Yeah, and now you know now you know the rest of my story. Well, the worst parts. There are better parts.
Yeah, I'm sure that there's like better parts of like
How
everyone's
about
stories.
you, John? When were you
81.
born?
In 81, so that's why I
Oh,
keep on
yes.
saying I'm the cusp of millennial and Gen X.
Yeah, you were.
You're an ex-millennial.
Yeah, exennial. That's what.
Zennial.
Xennial.
Zennial.
That's a weird word. What do you think I don't know, how do you feel about those stereotypical generations?
I think
Which
they
one do
are
you feel the
stupid.
closest?
Oh, the stereotypes?
Yeah. Do you feel like you're a millennial or a X-gener?
I would define millennial as somebody who grew up with the internet already existing. You know, they don't really remember a time without the internet. That's how I would put that.
Oh, okay. So I remember a time before the internet. I remember Windows 3.1.
Mm-hmm.
I remember having the discussion as to whether analog or digital was the better way to go with computers.
Digital.
Well, it turned out that way, but it wasn't clear to me.
See, that was one of the arguments in the 60s, yeah?
50s and 60s, yeah. Well, I don't know if it was an argument, but it was. I remember
A discussion.
I got I got a kit to make a little computer. One of these take-home El Cheapo science experiment kits.
Sort of
And
like the crystal radio kits.
The same idea, yeah. And it was, but it was an analog computer that I made, and I thought, well, this is the way of the future.
I don't think you can say that generation is blah blah because of internet.
Well, I mean, it changed a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I mean is a lot of millennials still remember when there wasn't internet.
That's why I want to change the definition of millennial, because right now the definition is just an arbitrary 20-year period, right? It's pretty much how they've defined
Yeah,
it.
That's
exactly.
how generations work. So
True.
But the fact is that there's not really a huge. I mean, is there really a big difference between you in '79 and me in '81, Leto?
Remember,
I don't
generations
know.
just.
The fact that you're from the US and I'm from France is
that
makes
is
it
a much
pretty
more significant
difficult.
difference. Yeah.
Yeah, but it makes it difficult to assess.
And it's like my older brother was born in 77, 78, 76. He's 4.5 years older than me. It's harder to judge. Anyway, the point is that there's not really a huge difference between me and him, but I think there is a bigger difference between me and somebody who grew up, at age 6, able to, not having to learn. They might have learned, but not having to learn how to work through a card catalog.
I don't know.
It,
That's something we'll have to explore, I think. Not
well,
now.
yeah. Well, I think sometimes. Well, remember when we talk about generations, it's just like the category that like social scientists would use to like group people in. So it's not like I don't really think that like generation is supposed to like extrapolate to like something of like people of a particular decade like this particular thing or like this particular thing. Now there can be like some cultural touchstones that like people remember and think, but I think for like one thing like politically for me is that millennials will remember a time when they thought that capitalism works and that they can get their own house and like be able to like be successful like their parents are. Then 2008 happened. Well, it's like the next generation, people born after 2000, the Zoomers, or Generation Z, I don't know what we're going to call them next, but that generation, they were born in the time where we all know now capitalism doesn't work because of 2008. So they don't remember the Zoomers don't remember a time when they were fed a myth and fed a lie that capitalism can work because you just started your entry level job
They
and
don't
just work your way.
remember a world pre 9/11. They don't know a
Right,
world
exactly.
without cell phones.
Yep. And also, yeah, and they're definitely people at least born in the 90s, definitely, which are technically millennials, were the people that like grew up with the internet. While for me, the internet didn't came into my household until I was in middle school already, playing Breath of Fire 3, and then AOL, and like it was dial up. So if I was downloading a video for the trailer for Chrono Cross, then I was tying up the phone, and Dad couldn't call us. Those were long download times for those videos too.
John, do you get a big ass whiff of nostalgia when you watch, I don't know, Stranger Things?
Kind of, yeah.
Me too.
I'm
So maybe
leery
you're
of
more
nostalgia,
of
but
a-
I do get a big hit. I mean, I remember that. It's very much my childhood. I mean, they are about.
Yeah, so
I
you're
mean, the
more of a
characters.
Gen X than a millennial then.
They
I
were
think.
the kids in the show are about 10 years older than me, but I mean, that according to the way it's set. But yeah, I definitely
Yeah, but 10 years is
remember
still
it.
the same generation.
hmm I mean, I grew up with E.T. and Jaws and all of the 80s stuff. Gremlins.
Gremlins is a weird movie.
I like the 80s, except for fashion.
And
The
Reagan.
music I love the most is from the 80s. I'm a new wave girl. That's my shit. Give me Depeche Mode over anything else. I'm okay with that.
So Thor Ragnarok really pushed all your buttons too? Have you seen that yet?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you thought of Thor Ragnarok?
It's Thor and Hulk. What's not to love?
And there's Hulk butt
there's Jeff fucking Goldblum in it. It's perfect.
Yes, exactly. While Guardians of the Galaxy definitely had like the neo color aesthetics and stuff like that, Thor Ragnarok was just like that 80s glam up bar and all
the
over
electric
the place.
blues and pinks and all of it. And apparently Hulk has a really big dick.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Yeah.
No, but I don't know. The bad guy is meh.
Yeah.
Which one was the bad guy?
Jeff Goldblum.
She's pretty useless. No.
Oh no! Thor's sister, Helga.
The
Hela.
sister.
Kate Blanchett.
Hela.
Oh, what's her name?
Kate Blanchett was the actress.
Kate Blanchett. Yeah.
I did like her performance and stuff like that, but yeah,
the character was pretty.
No, but it's not her actress stuff that I.
The character itself was pretty bland.
Yeah, the character is nah. I would have preferred, I don't know, a Jeff Goldblum more developed and.
Yeah, because he was definitely more memorable than like
Yeah, but is it just because it's Jeff Goldblum though? That man is so
maybe
funny.
He's got that quirky, nerdy, nebbish thing down pat.
Yeah, I love him. Anyways, the Ragnarok is the shit.
Yeah,
it's very well directed. It's very
movies I'm not up to date are Captain Marvel and the Endgame.
Okay.
Captain Marvel it's got some good points. I love the girl power, and it's got some bad points.
I'm going to love that movie. I'm sure it is.
Yeah. I'm guessing you will love the movie.
The
I've been
pro-military
spoiled
thing I'm not a
a
fan
bit
of.
about
but
the cat, so I know I'm going to like it.
the cat is awesome. The girl power is awesome. The military is not. It's very military.
Yeah, it is
Well,
pro-military.
Captain America was too, and I kind of liked the first one, so.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Captain America, they're pro-military too. So what did I just watch? That I was like thinking, it's kind of pro-military. Oh, that's right. So it was the anime movie that I saw this week. I might as well
It was
tell
bound
you
to happen.
yeah, it was bound to happen. But it's interesting for me actually because it's the anime I watched. The movie of it, so it's a sequel to the series. Saga of Saga of Tanya the Evil. It's take place in like the 1920s in the alternative history of like Europe, and we're basically following the exploits of a German general or major. And there's magic in the show as well, but so it is pro-military in that, but also the enemies is the Federations, which is basically USSR. So the main character, who is called the Evil, so it's a villain protagonist that I had to remember till at the end of the movie, was calling her enemy the filthy commies and filthy commie this and filthy commie that, and I was just like, I feel like I identify with the enemy. I'm a communist myself. So
well, I mean, if they're up against the USSR, they're not actually communists. So
yeah, and there's that. So and Stalin.
I mean, we were talking about like every Cold War movie setting U.S. against the commies, against the USSR. It's just which fascist empire are you rooting for? So.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah. Cold War movies are pretty crap, to be honest.
Except for Gotcha.
Ooh, I haven't seen that one.
No, me neither.
It is kind of a stupid movie. It's about this college kid. He's in Germany. It's set in the 80s. And he visits the DDR for some reason. He's a tourist doing stupid tourist stuff. He gets seduced by a woman. Turns out to be a CIA agent. She slips this film canister on him, and he gets caught up in all of this intrigue with Soviet spies and so on. He's running around, and he makes it back to the U.S. and he takes advantage of the fact that he and his friends are really into paintball to trick. It's a stupid movie.
Who's the actor who play?
I don't know.
Edwards?
Oh, it's not even someone famous.
No,
Nope.
it came out in 1985. I don't recall anyone from it. And it's got a dark-haired woman and a blonde dude, and that's all I remember. Oh, Geek has already got the...
Linda Fiorentino is super, super famous. She played in Men in Black, for fuck's sake.
Yes, she was. And she was also
everybody knows her face. But Anthony Edwards, I have no clue who that is.
Linda Fiorentino.
Yeah, she's the one from...
Oh, Gotcha was one of her first roles.
Men in Black.
Yep, and Linda Fiorentino was also in Dogma.
She was in Men in Black. Which one was she? Was she the...
She was the coroner.
They're the coroner.
Coroner, yeah.
Okay.
And so she's Jay. No, I don't know her.
She was in Dogma. Oh, she was the
Last Scion.
Yes. That's such a stupid...
I love that movie.
I love that movie too, but it's like
I think it's the only movie with Ben Affleck in it that I can
stand.
Tolerate.
Well, Good Will Hunting too, but it's
yeah,
almost not in it. So
yeah, agreed.
Him and his stupid chin. When I saw the stuff for Batman versus Superman, and I saw the new costume, they had to make the full stuff to hide his obnoxious chin. Because
Batman
of course
versus
everyone
Superman
will
had
know
so many problems.
it's Bruce Wayne. No one has a chin like that.
Bleed. God, those movies were so awful.
Save Martha.
Have you seen the dudes shit their pants on Twitter and elsewhere because Robert Pattinson is the new Batman?
What? I had not heard about that. Oh my
But
God,
it's
is
like-
he really? Oh my God, he is.
Well, before in Twilight, he was a 100-something years old
Teenager.
pedophile
Yeah.
who was preying on teenagers, and now is a fascist who beats up the poor and the
Mm-hmm.
mentally ill because he
So
has
now,
mommy issues.
so that's why they upset. I forgot the actor. I don't know what he was famous as.
He
even
was
though I know
also
his-
Cedric Diggory in Hufflepuff, which makes him pretty awesome
Yeah.
because Hufflepuff is the best house.
Yeah, he is very good in Harry Potter. That's exactly how I pictured Diggory. I was very happy to see it was him.
And
Well, I didn't know him when the movies.
everything I understand
but-
is that Pattinson and what's her name, Kristen Stewart, excellent actors in it because they needed a big role, sort of thing, and hated every second of it for the Twilight movies.
Makes sense.
And from what I've seen, Kristen Stewart has done similar, like really, really serious projects since then. Pattinson, not so much, I don't think.
She's bad in Twilight. Like,
Well, the character is.
no, but I mean her acting.
Mm,
Pretty
I have-
shitty in Twilight.
I've never seen him, so I couldn't.
I never seen them.
Oh, I've seen them.
All of them?
Really?
No, I watched the first one. Oh, yeah, I like watching shit movies when I need.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay. You just need something on to like have
knit
something
to?
on in the background to knit.
Yeah, I usually prefer obnoxious science fiction movies with robots.
Mm.
Like the best knitting movie ever is Pacific Rim.
Yes.
It's just perfect because when
There's
there are
absolutely no
the
thinking
big,
required.
Yeah, and when there's the big fighting scenes that are awesome, you can just rest your hands from the knitting, watch, and you
And then
go
when the
back to
robots are
it.
gone, you go back to knitting so you don't have to pay attention to the story.
Yeah, no, and
Well, now I
there's
understand.
monsters and giant robots. What's not to like?
I was going to say, now I understand your love for the big things that bang into each other.
Like
Well,
robots, you mean?
Nah,
Okay,
that's just good. Anybody who likes Yahweh likes
my
that.
my words are not available to me today. I mean, I normally had problems with that sometimes, but today is
There are days like that.
particularly,
I know what it is. Honey,
Mhm.
don't sweat it.
Yeah, everybody
so
has dysphagia from
robots
time to time.
and big robots and big robots that are being controlled by humans. So
Mhm.
there are two races, right? So you have the robots and the robots that are puppeted by humans. Is that correct?
No, not
No, it's
in
robots
Pacific
versus
Rims.
monsters.
It's robots controlled by humans beating up giant monsters like Godzilla-like monsters.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
I
it's
saw
so
I saw it,
fucking
but it's a long
amazing.
time ago.
So it's like Gundam fighting Godzilla.
Thank you. That helps a lot.
Honestly, when me and my brother saw Pacific Rim Uprising, the sequel, which is not as good as the first one,
It's
course.
awful. It's shit. The only good thing in that sequel is John Boyega.
Well, John
Right.
Boyega is just awesome in general.
Yeah, agreed. But like if there was like one, just like a kind of like background thing, if like there was like a Gundam like statue in front of like a building, as it were, and me and my brothers got ourselves excited. It's like, oh my god, is that Gundam gonna fight the kaiju? Oh, that'll be so awesome if it does. And that didn't.
Yeah, I liked it. No, I didn't like, but the Transformers movies were good to need too. All four of them. I watched all four of those shit movies,
There's
and
a
I don't regret it.
there's a
Right.
fifth one now, and then there's Bumblebee, right? So there's total of 6, right?
I don't
Probably.
know. I watch it when it's available to download.
The Bumblebee is actually good. I enjoy that one.
Let's see. According to Wikipedia, there's Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen, Dark of the Moon, Age of Extinction, Last Night, and Bumblebee. Yes, 6. And something
So
planned for the future.
so I am slightly interested in seeing Last Night because I remember Lindsay Ellis tweeting about it, about like drunken Merlin in the movie.
Who?
Drunk
Bi-
Merlin?
Yeah, because in Transformers: The Last Night they go to King Arthur times.
Holy
And so
fuck. What?
yes.
Seriously, I want to. Why? I haven't I watched that? That's
Exactly. I mean,
preposterous.
with a concept like that, you just
Giant
have, like,
robots in ancient England set in medieval England? What?
I need to watch that shit.
with Stanley Tucci as Merlin, and apparently he gets drunk in the movie. So yeah,
Well,
drunken
Stanley
Merlin.
I kind of
Tucci,
want
I
to
know
see
that
Stanley
name.
Tucci as Merlin. Stanley Tucci,
Stanley
he was in
Tucci.
the Hunger Games trilogy
Oh,
as
yeah.
the TV guy.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
a phenomenal actor in a lot of stuff.
Yes.
I love him.
Yes, he is wonderful. I now kind of want.
I didn't know his name, but
Mhm.
I've seen him in a lot of movies. Oh, he looks a little like Mark Strong.
Who?
Yeah. Max Strong, who was in the
I
King's Games
love Mark
movies.
Strong.
And Mark Strong was in Shazam. So if you want to get a chance to see Shazam, I think you'll like Mark Strong and like.
Okay. I do not recognize Mark Strong, but then he is very forgettable.
He's Welsh.
looking.
Yeah, the Mark Strong is from the UK, so he's probably only does work there.
Yeah, that's probably why I know him. And
I also have not seen anything he's been in, looks like. I've heard of some of the things he's been in, like Zero Dark 30. Green Lantern.
I
Wow.
have not seen Green Lantern.
don't see Green Lantern.
Yeah, like I said, I've heard of some of the things he's been in. Oh, he was in Kick-Ass. He was the bad guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I've seen one thing he was in. All right.
So yeah, Green Lantern. Fun fact: Green Lantern is like my favorite superhero concept of all time.
Why is that?
Like,
Because it's based on, let's see, Green Lantern. No, that's just imagination. Blue Lanterns are hope.
yeah, no, but all of the lanterns. I mean, that comic. I don't know. Your superpower is your creativity. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love that. It's me. Okay. And when I saw what they did with that movie,
Yeah.
I was against Ryan Reynolds for a long time. I still haven't forgiven him, I think.
Well, I don't know how much of that was him. That was fairly early in his career. He probably didn't have.
Yeah, but he's a very bad actor in it.
There's that.
That's on him.
That was right after he did like Van Wilder and stuff. They probably brought him in specifically because of that to do that. Probably, that's my guess.
That's around the time he did Blade Trinity too. Talk about a shit movie to close.
That was definitely not his fault.
Oh. Anyways, don't watch Green Lantern.
I wasn't planning to watch the Green Lantern cartoon instead.
Oh, I have seen them.
Yeah. They can get the Blu-rays of like the Green Lantern cartoon, the CGI one, but I think the best one, I think the easiest way you can like watch those
Wow.
if you decide to sub to the DC Universe, which is their kind of streaming service. But you also get access to the comic books, I've been told, but that's also where like the new Teen Titans and the Doom Patrol is. I know new Young Justice is going to be. So
I'm
yeah,
not really into DC usually, but that's the
that's fair.
exception. Green Lantern is the
Mhm.
exception. Anyways, no giant robots in Green Lantern.
Yeah, true. Unfortunately, it's
Now,
like
Green Lantern could go up against giant robots because he's an
yes, they
intergalactic
Or
sort
it
of guy.
could create giant robots.
Well, they would only be sustained as long as he focused on them.
Well, yeah, but
Well, that's true for any construct they make. And now, in Batman Brave and the Bold, which was a show I have my reservations about just because of how ridiculous it is, even though it is a love letter to the Silver Age comic books, including all the like campiness and ridiculousness and then in those comics. Where to me it was like too ridiculous that it disconnected me from the show a lot of times. There were a couple of times where I was like, okay, this is so ridiculous, it circles back around to being awesome, like Batman pulling a sword out of his utility belt. That's just freaking awesome. But then other times with the Batmobile, which the Batmobile will transform into anything to the right.
Batman is a fascist.
True. Oh, but the Batmobile did one time transform into a mech.
He's still a fascist.
Yes.
Pretty much.
But
I want to
a cool
create
one,
a Batman
okay.
TV series.
The cool one.
You want a Batman TV series?
Yep, I want it to be a live-action version of the cartoon, the Batman the Animated Series cartoon. But not the actual cartoon. I want it to be the version of the cartoon I thought I was watching when I was 11.
Oh, what version of the cartoon
I
you
thought
talking
it
about?
was super duper, really incredibly awesome. But basically, I want it to be set ambiguously, 1920s to 1940s. No bat computer, and Batman is an actual detective.
Yes.
And young and insecure and learning that his father was a racist. Things like that.
Ooh, I like that aspect of it. Yes.
Like he's working in a Gotham that is gritty and polluted and dark and incredibly corrupt, and it covers race riots. Only the other race is the Irish. And young, pretty Batman. And gay.
Okay.
I want him to be gay.
Oh, yeah.
And he gets a Robin, and this Robin is black, and that Robin gets his own spinoff, but that is set in the 70s. So he gets to be super, super cool with the 70s black culture.
Oh, talking about Robin having his own spin-off, have you seen Titans on Netflix?
No.
Titans on Netflix? Is it on Netflix?
Oh, yes.
Teen Titans, or what is it called?
Teen Titans, yes.
Oh, yeah, I have seen the 2003 to 2018 show, and I like that show.
Oh, you're talking about the new live action?
The new live action on Netflix. Because it's fucking good.
Oh, has it already come out? Oh, it came out in 2018.
Yeah.
So,
it's
yes.
on Netflix.
I have not seen it. But since I am currently binging my way through the
it's
DC
not Teen
TV
Titans,
universe.
It's Titans.
Oh, just Titans?
Yeah.
Since I'm currently binging my way through the DC TV universe, the CW stuff, once I'm done with that, I'll watch Titans.
I don't see it in my Netflix feed. I can't search it. I got the Titan, got Punisher, got Gotham, so I got other stuff other than
It is
Titans.
out on Netflix. Titans season 1 is available on Netflix.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That's
Judging by the poster, it has Raven, it has Beast Boy, it has Robin, and let's see. That would be red hair, green eyes. That would be the alien princess girl.
Starfire.
Yeah.
Starfire, who is definitely a lesbian with Raven. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, she's a lesbian with Raven. You
is a
can't.
little too young for her in the show.
Oh dear.
Because
Well-
she's an adult and Raven is a teenager.
Okay, so in a couple of years, they'll totally be lesbians together.
There's also the Dove and
Hope and Dove.
Hawk and Dove.
Hawk
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Dove. Okay.
Hawk and Dove.
Yeah. No, it's pretty cool. I really liked. It's pretty violent, and it's not too superhero-y. I don't know. It has some grit to it, but not the faux stuff they like the last Superman movie with Man of
With
Steel.
Cavill?
I mean,
Yeah. Can we all just pretend that Zack Snyder never existed? That would be
oh
Wonderful.
please.
I want to live in that world. Yeah.
I have to say I appreciated the aesthetics of 300.
I mean,
yeah.
yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Well-oiled men in tight leather. Yeah.
In panties, leather panties.
Yes,
I mean-
yes, yes.
Mantis.
But just that, not the actual movie.
Mm. But yeah, Zack Snyder he ruins everything, I think.
Yeah, and
He even
not
managed to
enough
ruin.
be completely dismissed. You know what I mean? In Man of Steel, the bad guy Zog is fucking amazing.
Hmm.
Everyone likes Michael Shannon. Yeah, everyone likes Michael
I
Shannon.
mean, Man of Steel had the potential to be great.
Yeah,
I mean, except
they gave
for
him a
all the Randian.
fucking good costume too.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is, I can't remember if it was Folding. No, it was Renegade Cuts I watched. Recently did an excellent deconstruction, or not deconstruction, but analysis of the whole DCE film universe. Explained all the stuff, of the things that's wrong with Man of Steel. About how it is, or maybe it was Folding Ideas. Either way, it's just an incoherent sort of mess of a film.
Well, the biggest problem with the film is just like it tries to like paint the narrative question of like, will he become Superman and save everyone? But we don't have that tension of that question throughout the whole film because at the very beginning, Superman was able to like save those guys on the oil rig. So there's no suspension or like tension with that question that the movie's still
Exactly.
supposing.
It's Superman. We know he can do
Yeah.
it.
I mean,
It's not like
that
it's
was
an
exactly the
original
point.
subject, but
That it ruins all the
that shouldn't
tension
be
of
the
will he or
point of
won't
the
he.
movie, yeah.
I mean,
I'm
the
on
thing that really
the
upset a lot of people.
Netflix-
What's
I'm
that?
on the Netflix page here, and I realized there's way more DC stuff I like than I realized.
Yeah, I'm sure all the TV shows.
I just
are, like,
finished the last season of Lucifer.
Is
I'm
that
so
DC?
happy. Yeah,
Ah, did not know that.
I think it's a spin-off of Constantine.
That would make a lot of sense.
That would make a lot of sense, yeah. I actually kind of like that Keanu Reeves movie. It was weird, though.
Yeah, I love it. It's one of the
That was
only
that was pretty good.
movies with Keanu Reeves in it that I
Keanu
like.
Reeves floating up into heaven, flipping off Satan.
Yes, exactly.
And the guy who plays Satan, I love that actor.
I don't remember him.
It's the. Have you watched Prison Break?
Nope.
No,
Oh.
I know that a person's break is good. I know it's had like I
Have you
eventually.
watched American Gods?
No, sadly not. I know Neil Gaiman wrote
Tilda
that.
Swinton. No, Tilda Swinton plays the son of Satan.
The angel.
Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Yeah.
Is it Pruitt Taylor
Working-
It
Vince?
was it was at the time where she just was an actress and didn't
Not
try.
super famous.
She and she wasn't making shit takes on Twitter,
Mm,
Working,
yeah.
working.
what?
out-
Go ahead, Tom.
Folks. I've been having a nice conversation with Jamie, and so I've been ignoring you guys. So,
Yeah,
but I heard
conversations
I
of the
heard
nerds in the
Yep.
live chat.
yeah, I well, thank you. I appreciate that. I like to think of myself as a nerd, even though I don't know if I qualify. Anyway, I'm not. I suppose I'm not a geek because I don't do tech stuff very well. Anyway, point being,
Peter
I heard
Stormare.
you mention
Oh,
Good Omens. Not Good Omens. Good Omens is coming in 2 weeks, so
it's
that I'm looking
that
forward to.
guy, the stereotypical the guy who's always playing German or the former foreign guys. He was in The Big Lebowski. That one. That who played Satan.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Go
Well,
ahead, Tom.
he plays in
Yeah,
American Gods and Prison Break. That's
Yes.
why
yeah. I was thinking of American Gods,
I haven't
not Good
finished the
Omens.
season yet. It's finally over, so I can binge watch it.
What's it on? I was gonna. I haven't. I have. I think remember looking to see if I could see it, and I couldn't. It wasn't
It's
on
not on
anything I had.
Netflix. I don't know. We downloaded it totally illegally. So
Is it? Was it on a network or how is where was it?
let me check. It's on a network, I think. Um,
Oh, that's
American
probably why.
God. Oh, HBO, I think. Is
Ah,
it on
that's why.
HBO?
That's why.
Um, broadcasts. No,
Can
Stars.
I stream this?
It's on Stars.
Stars. Okay, so essentially, yeah, HBO kind of subscription service. That's probably why.
Do you have Amazon Prime?
I have Amazon Prime.
It's on Amazon Video the day after, so
Is
you
it
can watch.
on? Is it for free?
I don't know. I
It
think
is
so.
if you know how to internet right. I do not recommend
Well,
piracy. That is illegal. Don't pirate, kids. Piracy is wrong.
That's what
Respect
I do.
copyrights.
You know.
well,
They're very, very important.
American Gods is really, really worth watching, especially
you
if
know,
you're a Neil Gaiman fan. Is
yeah,
doing the screenplay.
That's good. Neil Gaiman
yeah.
is
The
pretty awesome. I
the
loved
uh,
the book.
the town it set in, or at least part of the time, the initial part was my hometown.
Really?
It,
Oh,
it was it was it was it was shifted, mythologized a little bit, but there are elements in that I recognize from my hometown. So, and he was living there at the time, so that makes sense.
oh yeah.
Anyway, I was hoping to
That
see
show
that,
is
and
worth it, really.
what's that?
The show is worth it, American Gods.
Well, I love the book, so
No,
I'm
the
gonna
show is really, really good. The cast is perfect.
I just love that bit in the opening, which is kind of spoilerific for anyone who hasn't seen the stuff. I offer you a drink, you look at me like I fucked your mother. Oh, it's so wonderful.
The characters are amazing. Wednesday is awesome. The um, red haired guy is awesome.
The Irish guy, the
Yeah,
leprechaun, Sweeney.
I love the
Sweeney. Yeah.
characters. Anansi, oh,
They're all
Orlando, what's his name?
Orlando
Uh,
Bloom.
no, the black one, Orlando.
um,
Orlando Jones is amazing in the role of Anansi.
yes.
Yeah, I read the book, the spinoff from, or the book sequel to that, Nancy Boys.
Oh, I
I
love
don't know
that
if
one
any.
even more, I think.
Yeah. Well, I don't see. I have a problem with books that I read. I don't remember a lot of the details. I remember loving them, but I don't remember a lot of details unless there's something really striking, like the uh, the town that beginning town in American Gods has a situation where the town every year puts a car on the lake, and they have drawing to see to see when
Hmm.
the ice melts and it goes down. And my town does that, except in American Gods, there's that little
The
twist.
kobold.
There's a little twist in that makes it gaming,
Wonderful.
and I
Yeah.
love it.
Also, the show is a Brian Fuller show. If you know who that is, I don't
No
have to say
idea.
more.
Dead
If
Like
you
Me,
don't,
Wonderfalls, Pushing Davies, Hannibal. Yeah, okay, he's
yeah,
worked in
uh,
Voyager,
It's
Deep Space
like a
Star
Nine,
Trek
and he's the
Discovery.
disco. Good lord. It's like this show is the perfect storm.
Yeah, American Gods is really, really a good one. So
Well, now
here's
I'm gonna have to watch it.
hoping Good Omens is as good, and if they fuck that up, I'm going to be so pissed.
Yeah, well, it's two of my favorite authors, and
Pratchett and Gammon. Yep.
sort of favorite authors for very different reasons. But boy, yeah, I would be happy if they did. Uh, Julie, by the way, did you by any chance watch Going Postal?
No, I completely forgot about it, to be honest.
Watch it.
Yeah,
I
I'm
started
going to
watching
write
that
it
once upon a
down so
time.
I remember to watch it.
I'm gonna have to keep after you, like you kept after. You keep going after Steve for whatever it
I
is that you want
stopped
him
going
to watch.
after him.
Yeah, but you were very persistent, and I enjoyed that.
Yeah, because I know it's a show he would enjoy. That's it's very Lynch-esque. So
And I know that you will enjoy Going Postal.
well,
So
duh, it's
and,
Pratchett.
and
Yeah.
I
So
especially because I made that.
Going Postal
I
on
don't know.
Amazon.
Yes,
It really didn't match my
2-show
understanding.
series.
Going Postal just didn't match my vision of what's their names, both Moist and Guilt. It just didn't match
And
my
who?
vision. Lichtwig and Guilt, Reacher Guilt. Because Reacher Guilt I saw as more of a just a
Oh, he's a bad guy. Yeah.
yeah, just willing, and very charismatic. Whereas they made him sort of insecure in Postal.
Well, he is insecure.
Yeah. But I mean, like standing there next to Veterinary, he stands up on his tiptoes because he's short, and I didn't see him that way. Pratchett described him as like a bear of a man,
Yeah.
very in charge, very in command of a room.
I want to see a movie with the mages.
You mean the witches or the wizards?
The wizards. Yes, I want to see Reed Curry on a screen.
They did show up in at least one of them.
No, but one.
There's a little bit of
especially
that.
about them.
There's a little bit about Unseen University and Going Postal. That was kind of fun.
They actually, the wizards do show up in the screen in one of the Pratchett things.
Reed Curly is one of my favorite characters. And if you know me a little, you're not surprised by that. I
think it was the Hogfather they show up in there a bit.
He's good. I love that book. Well,
no, Hex
every
shows up
time
in
you're
that.
going to cite a Discworld book, I'm going to say I love that book. There are some I love more than the others, but
like I've said before, his final books
Regiment
I don't love as much.
Is probably the book of him I prefer, but again, not surprising. Feminist stuff with Vimes in it.
Yep.
I did that Vimes Your Daily Pratchett, I think the next day after our conversation. I wonder if anybody saw that.
Oh, sometimes Facebook doesn't show me everything.
Yeah, Facebook's really weird like that.
It pisses me off. Well, I installed FB Purity, and it has corrected a lot of bullshit. Like I actually see my feed in the correct order. But
What is that? FB Purity?
yeah, it's a Chrome not just Chrome, browser extension.
Okay, I'll have to look
And you
into it.
can
I've stopped.
customize a lot of stuff on Facebook.
Okay, I'll have
Clean
to
up
look
and
into that.
customize Facebook.
I stopped using Chrome a little while ago, at least as a test, because my computer is old and Chrome takes a hell of a lot of resources. So
Yeah, Chrome does do that.
I'm never sure what's going to work on my browser.
Are you using Firefox?
No, it's UR, just UR.
Huh. Haven't heard of that one.
Nor I.
Well, I looked up some some free free lightweight Chrome browsers or Chrome-like browsers for um, older computers, and that was there were 5 that they top 5 list, and this is the top of those, and I started with that, and I like it so far. It works pretty well, and it's a lot lighter on my resources, so I'm just as happy. I don't have so many times when my computer is chugging along like a coffee pot.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the quote from Nightwatch? The detritus one?
The crossbow one.
Yeah.
Mr. Burley and Mr. Strong in the arm. Is that the quote?
No,
What did I tell you about Mr. Safety Catch, said Vimes Weekly? When Mr. Safety Catch is not on, Mr. Crossbow is not your friend.
Sorry, Mr. Vimes, but we was all a bit
Detritus
tense at this time.
saluting.
yeah,
That is nice.
and I can see that happening. I can just
I
see
love
the,
Detritus. I love him so much. Is it the one you were talking about, Tom?
yeah.
Oh, Feet of Clay. Then Sorcery.
So many good
Wintersmith.
Pratchett books. Very nearly
Yeah.
all of them.
Well, there's 42 Discworld books, and they're all good.
I haven't read his Science of Discworld books. Those are the only ones I
Me
think.
neither. It's the only ones I haven't read, and the only reason I haven't is because they're expensive as fuck, and I can't buy them yet.
So you have to figure out how to pirate them.
No, I don't pirate books.
Okay.
Unless
Especially not when it's someone as awesome as Pratchett.
Unless it's audiobooks, but
Mm-hmm.
well, he's dead now, so I don't really care about giving him money, but it's more because I want to have it.
See, what's Rihanna Pratchett up to?
For
I know
some
she's
time, I
pretty
wanted
awesome.
to buy both the English version and the French versions of the Discworld books, but that was a little too many books.
No such thing. There's no that does not compute.
I need to space to put it.
Well, don't you're in France, so you probably have those really high ceilings. Just
I do.
pile the books up. Just pile the books up, floor to ceiling, all
No,
around.
it's ugly. You can't see them.
Oh, the watch is being
we all
made
have
into a
to
TV
make
series.
choices. We all have to make choices.
I just stack up books that I have onto like my shelf, and then it's like I don't read them. They're just there to look at.
I have taken care of my books Marie Kondo style. So basically, I throw away.
If they don't spark joy, you throw them away?
Yeah.
The watch is being made into a TV series. It has been ordered.
Yeah, I know, but I am afraid of that. Because it's American.
Oh, BBC America, yeah.
So I have
Yeah, don't trust
only
either.
kept the Discworld and the Harry Potter. And the Dunes and Tolkien, and that's all.
Uh-oh, you're going to get in a fight with Jamie now. She didn't like Tolkien. Was it
I
Jamie?
don't care. She's allowed.
Jamie
They're
doesn't.
allowed. Sorry,
Yeah,
Jamie.
they're allowed. They don't like anything that the rest of the other geeks really like about it because to her, Star Wars is just average movies, and I totally agree. As a big Star Wars fan, they're just average movies. And Star Trek, and I agree with that. Star Trek is just even though I will binge watch Deep Space Nine, and well, I'm doing that now because I just saw that documentary on Monday, What We Left Behind.
You don't like Tolkien, apparently, Jamie.
Tolkien.
Tolkien.
I think she was the one arguing that Tolkien is boring. Well, the thing is,
Well,
it's like
Tolkien's
Seinfeld
been
isn't
the-
funny.
It's kind of boring, but
Like older stuff, I mean, not only is it written in a style appropriate to that time and place, but also people who come later build on those things, adapt on them, and improve them. So, like, you go back and you watch
I
Cheers.
read the fucking Silmarillion, so
You're just
I'm one of those people.
Yeah, you're lost to
Yeah,
us. But I
know.
mean, it's like, you go back, you watch older sitcoms, they're just not as funny because later ones have built on and improved on them, but also because different time, different place.
And some things are just not as funny now as some of them are back then.
Mm-hmm.
Friends,
But I agree that Tolkien is kind of boring.
Yeah,
I
he's very
agree.
dry.
Tolkien will spend an entire chapter describing the trees, and yet, oh hey, and there's Strider in the background, and that's it. That's all the description you get of Strider, and he's a main character, and Strider's not even his name, his real name.
No, it's not.
I read all the talk about TV shows and movies. I read the Lord of the Rings trilogy in 3 days when I was a sophomore in college.
Yeah, I'm the same kind. I did
But the
Lord of
reason
the Ring I did read pretty fast.
well, the reason that it stuck with me and it's so important to me is that it was the I read it while I had pneumonia, and I read it I had a fever the whole way through, and I would read chapter or two and then just pass out, just fall asleep, and I would have these fever dreams of what I had just read and what might happen coming up. And then I would wake up and read some more, do it again. I just did that for 3 days. So I have this very, very vivid memory of how impactful it was to me at the time. So I can understand that Jamie and other people might not have had that same kind of reaction to it. But for me, it just lived all the way through.
Yeah, Lord of the Ring is okay. The Silmarillion, honestly, it's hard to read. It's really boring.
Well, it was only partially put together when he died, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's not finished. Yeah. But it's basically a Bible plus a history books from a civilization that never existed. So
he was big into world building.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just not.
And he was a linguist, so as another nerd.
He built the world in order to have a place for his language to be in. He started with the Elven language, I think it was.
Yeah, that was. I think that and the mythos of the European Middle Ages was kind of interesting.
Yeah, he wanted to.
Time.
Yeah, he wanted to basically take all the Norse and pagan stuff and make it Catholic. Basically, wasn't that a big thing of what he was doing? Was trying to make a Christian mythology to go sort of look like the Norse mythology.
Yeah, I think so.
Well,
I don't know.
I never. I never looked at it that way. I just, I knew that there was some
No, I'm talking about the
that it was readable
Silmarillion.
that way.
No, not the
Oh, that way. Yeah, yeah.
not
But
Lord of
even
the Rings.
there, yeah, that's much more directly Christian.
Let's see.
I
And
don't
Colbert.
yet
know
he
if
has
it's really Christian. He wanted to write a mythology for Great Britain because um, Arthurian stuff is actually French, and it's the only mythology you have. I don't know. I don't really
If you want to
remember.
see the parallels made explicit, there is a link to the Colbert Report correcting CNN on something they got wrong.
Besides, if you want a true, actual like
I
Christian
don't like that
anthology, you think
man.
You don't like Colbert?
No.
too centrist liberal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Way too.
yeah,
Even worse than John Oliver, and
yeah.
I like John Oliver though, but
And of course, Colbert is Catholic. Never trust religious folk.
really?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm ex-Catholic. Do not trust me whatsoever.
Well, you're
Don't worry,
ex-Catholic.
Jonathan.
I hated the wine at church. I hated the wine at church.
Too weak? Too sweet?
That's why I have said this many times before. That's why it took me a long time to drink alcohol. Whatever alcohol I drink would be bitter to me, and then will remind me of the wine at church. So
Gotcha.
it's not that it will remind me of bad experiences. It will remind me of boring experiences.
Mm.
Yeah, church looks boring. I never went in my life.
Oh, it
And
is super boring.
and
And then your
Speaking,
mom elbows you in the side to keep you from falling asleep, and the room
Oh
then
is
you
God.
kneel, get up, kneel, get up, kneel, and
well.
get up.
That's Catholic and Episcopalian.
Yes, yes.
well,
I went in a
Episcopalian.
church twice. Once was for a wedding, and the other for a burial,
A funeral.
a funeral.
Technically, the burial happens outside the church most of the time.
Yeah, but you know what I meant. You know because you corrected me. So,
Yeah, but I'm still gonna be a jerk.
anyways, so that's the only times I went into a church. Twice. And
Certainly
Speaking of
super
two
boring.
boring,
times were boring.
speaking of boring,
Yeah, you
um,
rolled.
I'm afraid so. Yeah,
Yeah, we have been going
I'm
for
afraid
quite
so.
some time.
Well, I have almost an internal clock now, and it's been almost exactly an hour and a half.
Yep.
That appears to be as long as I can tolerate. Uh, you guys. No, wait.
I know. I was going
No,
to
no,
finish
it's gonna
that
be on.
I'm
sentence
That's
set.
for
on.
you.
I'm setting up the fuck you.
Ah,
Hey, give me some credit. Yes, I am old. Thanks, John.
It is 90 minutes, and now fuck you.
Yeah, and so I am going to fuck off,
Yeah, I'm
and
going to
fuck you
fuck
very
off
much.
too
it's been a
And
while. I
because
need to walk the
I'm
dog.
tired.
and I would say fuck you to Jamie, but I think they're probably a much better person than you guys. Even though they don't like Tolkien, so I think maybe I'll just talk to you guys about fucking off. So
Mm,
fuck off, and it's been a pleasure. See you maybe next week.
probably.
Yeah, bye bye, Tom. Fuck off.
Bye bye, Tom.
Bye, Tom. Okay.
So yeah, I'm going to go too. So do we go
Okay.
with the fucking peaches?
Yes, let us do that. Julie, go ahead and say your things.
Things.
Anything you
No,
feel like
No,
sharing.
your
I
thing.
asked on Twitter if I was going to be in trouble if I named my YouTube channel The Mean Disabled Bitch. And someone told me I would be filtered,
Really?
so I don't want
Yeah.
that. I don't care about monetization, but I want people to listen to what I. So I still don't know how I'm going to call the channel.
Why not just go with Cryptcrafter?
No, because I'm not going to craft.
Ah.
Mean disabled witch. Try that.
Hmm.
I'm not a witch.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Let's see.
Anyways, so also I had my first kind of viral tweet.
Yeah?
Well, for me it is. So 218 likes and
Damn.
36 retweets.
That is fairly viral.
Huge. Well, no, it's not, but
Well, it is for, us.
yeah, it kind of is. I have like 50 followers. Oh, 73. I have a lot of new
It
ones.
kept going. Yes, TERFs. The TERF tweet.
Yeah, the tough tweet. The vagina cult.
Yes.
Good job.
Don't use a guy. Duff told me I was vagina-phobe.
I did see that, yes.
People are ridiculous.
Anyways, it was funny. So on Twitter, I am Leto Anor in one word.
And on Facebook?
And on Facebook, I have a page for crafts and stuff that I haven't
Updated
updated in like 2 years. But I am working on cardboard furniture these days, so I probably will post some stuff on it soon. So it's the Cryptcrafter on Facebook. I am also part of the admin team of Anarchist Memes. So come give us a like. And that's all.
Okay.
We don't have a YouTube channel.
And
even though
you will soon.
Well, I said I would have my first video this week, but
you said that last week.
Yeah.
It'll happen. It will happen soon.
Maybe one day. Anyways, I'm done.
All right. Jonathan.
Hello, I'm some random tween. Oh wait, no, some random geek.
I saw you changed your name on Twitter.
I mean, yeah, it's like I still want to keep super communist because there was a story behind that. There was like this Twitter account, the Libertarian Who Thinks, but American Libertarian, so right wing, who responded to Kamala Harris's like proposal to just like increase the pay of like teachers across the country, and he said, "Oh look, communist Kamala Harris is like saying that teachers should be paid more or something like that. Where's the money going to come from?" And I was just like responded like, "Wait a minute, Kamala Harris is a communist for just like saying that teachers should be paid more? What would this guy say to me, an actual communist who wants to like live in a classless, stateless, moneyless society where we follow the principles of from each according to their ability and to each according to their need?" I guess that makes me a super communist. So, but I'm now no longer a super communist. I'm now some random tween. But hashtag scarcity is made for profits. Scarcity is manufactured for profits.
It absolutely is.
But I am some random geek on Twitter, some random geek on YouTube. I still have not made like a new video yet. I still haven't like record myself like talking about like Endgame. Maybe I will do that. This is now the third week in a row that I said I'm going to do that, so I might as well do that. I made it so that like now I have to do that because people expect me to do that, and that's it for me really, because I got Facebook, got like a Tumblr, got Instagram. You can follow me there, blah. But please give money to our friends and comrades in the links down below. Phoenix Rice 87 is like, I think doesn't need that much money, but if you want to help her out, sure. Makeda B, he could use some money, probably still, or he will accept it for sure. Foxy Jezebel, I think, still needs some money because like she lost her job not that long ago. But still, our friend and comrade Joanna still needs money because, well, she begs online every month in order to like live, and she takes care of her daughter too. So please donate to Joanna. Please donate via PayPal to severajoe@gmail.com. And that's my pitches.
Okay. As for me, in addition to Social Justice Alchemy, the weekly podcasty thing we do, you can also find me most nights playing guitar badly or video games, also fairly badly.
Or if you can get the video games to work.
Yes, if I can get them to work, which has been difficult.
I'm late old.
Yes. I moved it up from Tom because Tom left. Where was I? Yes, I played.
See, I am some random tween, and you're the littlest bear.
Because I'm just right. Yes, guitars.
Yeah, you're lost.
I also take part in another podcast, the Dungeons and Debacles podcast, a D&D podcast hosted by my friend Kevin. Totally different, but a lot of fun. We're playing an evil party trying to rescue an ancient red dragon from the depths of hell, where she was unjustly imprisoned for trying to recover her child. All right, I think that is that. Okay. You guys completely distracted me, totally ruined my flow. That has nothing to do with the fact that
we had a flow. We spent the last hour just talking about movies, books, and Neil Gaiman.
Yeah, that's how conversations work.
Nice.
Yeah, that was
we
good.
we managed to at least get a little bit of seriousness with like the abortion bills, but like not surprising that we spend the most of the rest of it just like talking about entertainment.
Yeah,
but that's what the audience is here for.
That's what we do.
No, but for real, watch Titans.
Titans, I will as soon as I'm done binging, catching up on the rest of the DC TV universe.
Watch American Gods, Jonathan.
We'll watch American Gods, yes.
Yep.
I don't know if you'd like that, though.
Have you read any Neil Gaiman?
Your shit.
I don't read, so like I haven't read any.
I haven't read the Gaiman book, American Gods.
It's also very good.
So.
Somewhat different from the TV show,
but
of course.
The show is a Brian Fuller show. That's why I got into it in the first place, because I'm a fucking fangirl.
All right.
And anyways, it's a very good show.
Yes. And with that, we'll go ahead and tell the audience to fuck off, and then we can fuck off ourselves.
Yeah.
Goodbye, everyone.